We visited John Day Fossil Beds National Monument, the Painted Hills Division, in Mitchel, Oregon on September the 17th, 2022. If you would like to get notices when I post again, be sure to subscribe right here. Just click on that button. This is the approximately 14,000 acres that is covered by the fossil beds. It was established on October the 8th, 1975, and has about 89,000 visitors a year. Even before we get into the National Monument, we start noticing the beautiful colors on the hills. Now we enter John Day Fossil Beds National Monument, the Painted Hills Unit. The John Day Fossil Beds National Monument is actually made up of three different sections: the Clarno Unit, the Sheeprock Unit, and the Painted Hills Unit. We're only going to look at the Painted Hills Unit, and we think that's the one that's most interesting to us. While there, we'll look at the Painted Hills Overlook. Then we'll drive over to the Painted Cove Trail and walk it, drive down to the Red Scar Knoll, and then come back to the picnic area before leaving the park. The roads are going to be fairly rough, but I wanted to show as much as I could of the Painted Hills since they're all so beautiful. Our first major stop is the Painted Hills Overlook. Here we can take a good look over the Painted Hills, and we could walk the trail if we wanted to. We've been looking at these beautiful hills. Now let's look at what lays down these various sediment layers. The red layers come from when there was a wet environment here, and is basically rusted iron in the soil. Then we look at the yellow and tan areas. Those are much drier environment when they were basically hardwoods and no open water. And then we have the black colors that are magnesium concentrations, and probably from plants that concentrated it at various places. Now it's time to head on down the road again, but everywhere we look there's going to be color. We've now come to the Painted Cove Nature Trail, which we will be walking around. This way you can get up close to the hills of the various colors of the soil. This is what this soil looks like right now as it's dried out from the sun, but when it gets wet, it'll expand as clay does and form a sheen. The lavender gray layers are rhyolic lava flows that flowed in this area and underlie the settlements that are here. All these colors form a beautiful kaleidoscope of colors that surround us. We now move to the end of the road to Red Scar Knoll and look around there some. way back we see this beautiful area that has all different kinds of colors, blacks, yellows, whites, reds. The last thing we'll do is we'll visit the visitor center. It's closed right now, and picnic area, but we'll look around there some before leaving the park. The main visitor center is in the Sheeprock unit, where they have a museum of all the fossils they have found in these areas. We're not going to have time to go by there. And now it's time to leave John Day Fossil Bed National Monument, the Painted Hills unit. This brings us to the end of this video.